When I say Alaska, do you think cold? Because I think cold, and during the wintertime, it's definitely cold. A lot of people think it's cold all the time. Spoiler alert, it's not cold all the time. The truth is, staying warm in Alaska isn't always about throwing on the heaviest winter coat that you can find. It's about dressing smart. Let's break it down. This is 4 pieces of gear I use every day to stay warm in the interior of Alaska. The first thing out of the 4 on my list are good socks. And I mean good socks. I like these merino wool socks. There are lots of different socks out there. These are the ones that work for me. Cotton socks, like you'd get at like Walmart or a cheap pair of socks, what they do is they hold moisture, they hold water. And that's a bad thing. When you're working, when you're sweating it up, your layers are gonna start getting wet. Cotton socks will hold that against your skin and it will be much colder. A decent pair of wool socks will keep you warm even though they're starting to get wet, and it makes the cold a lot more tolerable. I like these Darn Tough socks for 3 reasons. First, they're wool, so they wick moisture. Second, they are naturally antimicrobial, so my boots at the end of the day don't smell as bad as they would if I were wearing cotton socks. And these guys have a lifetime warranty, and it's awesome. I've sent socks back. I've owned these socks for like 4 or 5 years or something. And get a hole in the pair of socks, whatever, send them back to the company. They give you a warranty voucher, and you go on their website, pick the socks you want, order them, get new socks. These are the Micro Crew socks. They're a lot better for everyday applications. For hiking, I wear them in the summertime as well. For colder days and days where I'm outside for a lot longer, I like these ones. These are the mountaineering socks, and they're a lot thicker. They're still merino wool, they're still antimicrobial, they're still moisture wicking, they've still got the lifetime warranty, but they're heavier. These are what I used when I was commercial fishing, in the boat, in the wet, cold boat. I would take 2 pairs of these and I'd be set for like 18 hours. Get good socks. Good socks are important. Good boots. A good pair of boots for Alaska is really hard to find. Boots that will keep you warm but won't get your feet soaking wet. You won't have to change your socks a million times. Really important. I like these boots. These are Steger Mucklucks. They've got a felt liner inside. They keep you nice and warm, but they're still breathable. They are pretty durable. The upper part is canvas, and they have incredibly long laces, and they lace all the way up the boot to keep snow out. The bottom is a really pliable rubber, and it stays pliable even when it's cold, and they give you really good traction on the snow. They have a wax spray that you spray on them, and it kind of waterproofs it because this is canvas and this is like a leather. So they're not necessarily the most waterproof boots, but when it's really cold and you need good boots and you're not walking in water, these are awesome. Someone recommended to me the bunny boots when I first got here. They're white, they're big, clunky boots. I used to have a pair, I sold them. They were good at what they did. They keep your feet warm, but they're vapor lock boots. And what that means is there's a rubber on the outside of them. Pretty much the same build as these, but because of that rubber, it kept water out, but it also kept water in. And when I was wearing those, I found that I had to change my socks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. No one's got time to change their socks 10 times a day, and then you're left with 10 pairs of soaking wet socks. I did not like those boots. I much prefer these ones, especially on cold days. I wear them all the time, every day. I've worn them for about a year now, and kept up pretty good. If you haven't gotten the picture by now, I hate cold extremities. Cold feet, hands, toes, ears, horrible. I hate it. It hurts. It's not enjoyable. Makes me want to go inside, crawl under a blanket, sit by the heater. But I also want to be outside. So the next thing on our list, the third thing out of the 4, mittens, and good mittens. These are outdoor research mittens. They've got inner liners that just tear out. They Velcro in, much lighter. They've got Gore-Tex. The outer shell is waterproof. The inner shell, not so much. When you pair them with the outer shell, these things are awesome. And on really cold days, like when I'm snow machining and it's like -20 and the wind's blowing, I'll even put like a hand warmer in them. And it just keeps you like just a little bit of extra warmth. But these get way too hot really quick. So I really like the fact that you can just tear out the liner, wear the liner as a mitten. These are awesome. I like mittens over gloves because they keep your hands, your fingers closer together so your fingers aren't separated. There's not air in between your fingers. Keeps them much warmer. Last piece of gear on our list of 4 is a good beanie. This is an old Docking beanie that someone just gave to me. I don't know when. It's got holes, it's got tears, it's pretty close knit, so, you know, keeps you nice and warm. That's important. Keep your ears warm, especially paired with a good hoodie. You put the hood up and like good coat, keep the wind off of you and keep your ears warm at the same time. Invaluable, worth its weight in gold. I also really like the Mountain Hardwear ones that were Gore-Tex, and they've got like a felt thing that comes down and you put them on and they're really warm. They keep your head dry, especially in wet environments when it's raining or when it's snowing, but it's early in the season. I've had a bunch of those, but I keep losing those. I wore those when I commercial fished. They were awesome, but I always lose them, and I don't know why. I don't know how. They just disappear. Maybe people take them because they're awesome. Good beanie, good gloves, good socks, good boots. Worth their weight in gold. Keep you warm, keep you dry. You know, there's other pieces of gear that I also use. You know, good hoodie, good coat, good snow pants. This is stuff I wish someone would have told me about when I first moved here, because it has made the winters a lot more enjoyable. Nothing sponsored. This is all gear that I use, it works for me. It's awesome gear. It might be a little expensive, but if you can find it on sale or you can find it secondhand, it's an awesome option. This is 4 pieces of gear that I use every day that I wouldn't be able to live without here in Alaska during the winter time.